One streamer you think it's overhyped.
Fly QT.
Dang! Woo! That's what I was waiting for, bro. Let me. All right. So, is Slide QT a streamer? Yes. Anybody that streams is a streamer, bro. Like that. That's just how it is. Everybody that if you stream, bro, then even if you don't consistently stream, you are still labeled a streamer, bro. Just like if you make a YouTube video, you are a YouTuber. Like you are a, like in the very broad sense, you are under the definition of streamer, you are a streamer, right? So yes, I would consider Slide, even if he doesn't stream a lot, he is still a streamer. Is he? I gotta pull up that conversation. Bro, it's so far, dude. So far up. Is Slide QT overrated? Is he a overrated streamer? Now, the thing about it is he an overrated streamer, bro? No, because majority of people don't. Half the people don't even know that he streams, and the other half don't even know who Slide is. So I don't think you could be overhyped if you don't. Bro, y'all are dragging it. I don't think he's hyped at all, bro. Like, because the only people that know Slide are people in the comp community, bro. Like, if you go out here and you talk about Slide QT to your random person that plays the game, they don't know who he is. They don't know who he is, right? And also, on top of that, for you to be hyped at all, I think, me personally, I think that you have to have an impact on, like a huge impact on the game in the entire community, and you have to have an impact outside of that game, bro. That's what I would say, man. But here's the thing. Need for Speed is a very, very, very small community. So anything that happens that's out of the ordinary will be hyped regardless, because it's such a small community. Now, if it was something where you had a large audience in a very large community, like in Call of Duty or something like that, then now we can get into the conversation of you being hyped. But I mean, Need for Speed Unbound averages like maybe 30 people a day on Twitch, bro, throughout the entire day. So I mean, it's like, I wouldn't consider him hype at all. Like Black Panther though. Yes, Black Panther, that's somebody who's hype. That's who, if somebody said Black Panther is overhyped, I could see that. Because he has an impact, a huge impact on Need for Speed. Everybody knows who Black Panther is. Even if you're a comp or not, everybody knows who that is. Same with Militia, bro. Everybody knows who Militia is. Those are people that have genuine hype behind them. And they're known across multiple Need for Speed games, if not all of the Need for Speed games, right? If you're just known in Unbound, which is already a small community, in a small community, then it's like, nah, I don't consider that hype, bro. And I mean, you also have to understand, right? You have to, what contributes to you being hype? What do you offer? What do you offer, right? If somebody said, yeah, Corn Nut, Magic, I could see them being overhyped because they're known for their builds across the whole community of Unbound. Like, if you go to Reddit and somebody has a post about builds, Corn Nut and Magic will be in those comments 99% of the time. Like, every comment will talk about their builds, right? So it's like, though, now if they're overhyped, I could see somebody saying that. But what do you offer to even be hyped in the first place? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so if he built his rep off the backs of others, then he would be over. If somebody said he's overhyped, then I could see that, right? Because everybody knows him and he has an impact, a big impact on the community. But yeah, we're just breaking it down, bro. We know that it was rapid. We're just breaking what he said down. But it's like Magic, Corn Nut, Militia, We'll say those three because they've been on Unbound more than Black Panther's kind of in and out of there, so he kind of does a lot of everything. They've been on Twitter, they've been on the Reddit pages, they've been YouTube videos are garnering millions of views, right? Hundreds of thousands of views. Militia has like a few million views, stuff like that. So those are people that have hype behind them, right? But yeah, we all know these are just rapid fire questions. We're just talking about the stuff that he's talking about.
Dream collab,
Yes, I think you should keep the rapid fire. Yes.
but only if you can roast them first.
That's a fucking tough one. Excuse my language. Weaver.
I like that, teammate. Weaver's really cool. So wait a minute, hold up. Do you really think Sly QT is a? Weaver's really
What
cool.
did he say?
That's
First
a fucking tough like QT.
Dream collab, but only if you can roast them first.
That's a fucking tough one. Excuse my language. Weaver.
I like that.
like dream collab? I don't even know what my answer would be to that, bro. A dream collab? I don't know, bro. I feel like I've talked with everybody pretty much. Who would you and Drake? Bro, me and Ice Spice, bro. Me and Ice Spice, to be honest. I'm gonna get Ice Spice to start driving on Need for Speed, guys. I'm telling you. It's gonna be amazing.
Teammate. Weaver's really cool. So wait a minute, hold up. Do you really think Sly QT is an overhyped streamer?
Yeah, I do actually.
What's that?
Don't get me wrong. I got the all respect for Copium, Siwoo, and everybody on that team in general. But it's just he thinks he knows everything, but you know that we're not all perfect. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a know-it-all. Just because you've been around the scene, longer than I would say, myself or the new guys coming along. There's people out there that may know more than you know.
Right. I mean, but you've been part of this game since day one, so like you said, nobody knew you prior to changing your name, or those might have.
That may know more. The new guys coming along. There's people out there that may know more than you know.
Right.
I think so. He's getting egotistical and overhyped confused, bro. Those are not the same thing. What he described is someone being egotistical and being somebody who just has a big ego, right? That's not really being overhyped. Overhyped is like somebody has a lot of popularity and you don't think that popularity is warranted. That's what overhyped kind of means, right? Yeah, I think he just got, like Noah said, like he just got those a little bit confused. He's just talking about being egotistical. Now, speaking on that, I personally have never heard Slide say that he knows everything. However, he has a very big ego. That whole group has an insanely huge ego that it's actually ridiculous. And I think it started when all of them got together and they started feeding off of each other. Birds of a feather flock together, bro. So Alex already had a huge ego, right? So when they all started being in the same group, it kind of rubbed off on everybody else. And now that Alex has taken a step back, not you. You know what? Sure. You know what? Fine. Can you, sure. Okay, Lord. Whatever. But, he had a huge ego and it kind of rubbed off on everybody else. And now they kind of have taken that spot, bro. But I've noticed throughout Copium, except for Hex, I don't really know too much about Hex, but all of them have a very, very big ego. And I think low-key, bro, like, it's cool to have confidence because you know how to do a track and you have world records and stuff like that. That's cool. But when you're egoing people and trying to little boy people based off of just anything, if somebody thinks one way and you think another way and you just don't agree with it because you feel like they're not entitled to an opinion because you're better than them, then it's like, nah, that doesn't really rock with me too much. I don't like that, man. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. And sometimes sometimes people are able to do other things, right? Yeah, but Bro, no. See, that's how I know y'all are not knowing, bro. People put on facades. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like a mask. People put on facades for different people. Yeah, Hex is chill. Hex is chill. But I have multiple eyewitnesses. Multiple. In the league chat, y'all were not in there. I don't even think y'all were around. Y'all were doing your own thing. But Seike has a very big ego. Erexon is chill. Yes, Erexon is chill. But I kid you not, bro. Like, I said nothing in that chat, and Seike was already trying to start stuff with me, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro. Dude. Okay. Y'all, because what you're doing, Fom, you're doing the same thing that Hudson does. And Hudson has this mindset where if he personally has not experienced something, then it just doesn't exist. He has that, and I hate that mindset, bro, because it shows that you are not really experiencing how people act truly. Just because you personally have not experienced something does not mean that it does not exist, right? People act how they want to act to certain people. But that does not mean that's how they act all the time. That's not what that means at all. I have talked to Seike a few times. But that's a rare case. Bro, it's been every case, dude. It's been every time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just because he doesn't act that way to you doesn't mean that he doesn't act that way at all. That's just... But anyway, we're getting off track, bro. The bottom line is he's getting ego and like narcissist and all that sort of stuff confused with overhyped. I don't think anyone on this game besides probably bigger YouTubers are even hyped at all. I doubt that a lot of the regular community even knows who a lot of people are. Like I just don't think that there's really any hype. Because we're already in a small community.
I mean, but you've been part of this game since day one, so like you said, nobody knew.
No, bro, Fom, dude. I'm gonna explain this to you one more time. He's not egotistical to you. To you, bro. To you. They don't act that way to you, bro. They have very big egos. We're not making this stuff up. We're not just randomly coming on here and saying that they have big egos, bro. We're not coming on here and doing that. Just because somebody does not act a certain way towards you does not mean that they act that way at all.
You prior to changing your name, or those might have known you, but they didn't know you as.
We're debating.
Now they know you.
Hold on, let me back this up so I can hear the rest. We're debating because Fom and Hudson have this same mindset, bro, where they just don't believe things happen if it hasn't personally happened to them. Like they both share that mindset, and it's like you have to open your mind and have like understand that people, like, different experiences happen to different people, bro. Everybody's experience is not the same.
You've been part of this game since day one, so like you said, nobody knew you prior to changing your name, or those might have known you, but they didn't know you as Rockius Alarm, and now they know you.
Hudson come in here and say it himself.
And I feel like people in Copium, that was the case for them. You know, I didn't play Heat competitively like
What's
that.
up, Faulty?
So
I don't think I said
it. That franchise, but their name and their reputation has surpassed a lot on Unbound. They've become the top team. They've become the top single racers. Yeah, they can get a little spicy with the attitude, but people like Broken and Siwu and Erexon, they don't really
Broken's cool.
mingle in that realm. So I get the Sly QT hate as far as that aspect. That's just personal and how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't have.
That's just personal and how.
Yeah, bro. Yes, No, Hudson, what we were talking about is the mindset that you have for a lot of things that are talked about regarding personal experiences. That's what we were talking about, and your name was brought up by me. Yeah, I mean, bro, if Broken isn't chill with you, then hey, then yeah, that's your experience, bro. I'll take your word for it. Everything here is subjective. There's nothing that's super objective, bro. There is no fact that they act like that all the time. It's just based on everybody's personal experiences. What? No, Hudson, what are you talking about, bro? No, that's not what we're talking about, dude. Now, I'm in the same boat with Demon, right? I'm in the same boat where there's just a bad taste in my mouth that will stay there. Regarding Slide, bro, because Slide is just not somebody that I can, bro. Like I honestly, based on what happened in League, I cannot respect what he has going on, bro. I simply cannot. Like, you over there dropping slurs, bro, dropping hard R's. Calling me a hard R is ridiculous. And then on top of that, when you get that word banned from the chat, then you call me a monkey? Nah, bro. We can't, bro. I can't rock with people like that, bro. I cannot rock with you. I don't rock with racism, dude. So he will never have respect from me, bro. And I hope that that's not a problem. But no, I will never be cool with him, bro. I will never be cool with you ever.
Feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Bro, I kid you not, bro. Hard R, and then when they blocked the word out in the chat, then he started saying monkey, bro. I kid you not.
I have no beef.
I kid you not, bro. Like, we were all in that chat, dude. We were all in that chat. And that's why, like, I can confidently say that out of everybody in the entire game, out of all the people in the entire game, I do not like Slide. I do not like Seike. I do not like either of them, bro. At all.
You know, you and Riddick both.
More so
know that,
Slide, though.
'cause I'm one of the most chillest guys in this community, and I want everybody to know that. Like, I'm cool.
I don't like
with
Jordy either. Ugh.
everybody, even if I have beef.
Get a load of that guy.
Yeah, a prime example, and I'm gonna throw names out there. King C.
We don't
Anyways.
filter on this. We don't filter on this podcast. You can say names. You can say it with your chest. So
Like, you know,
everybody who's listened to the first 3 episodes knows this.
yeah. I mean, I have no beef with anybody unless you cross the line with me. Then that's the point where I'm gonna let you know. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right off the rip. Go fuck yourself.
We're starting off strong. Ray.
Yeah,
What
bro,
do you
like
think?
that.
What,
Yeah.
No, man.
Ouch! I hit
No,
my
I
knee.
think people are gonna have something to say
I'm
about
with,
that,
bro. I'm
but
with
then
Demon, bro.
also the,
You can go F yourself, bro.
overrated car being the R8. I mean, I am in full agreement of that. The car is hella meta and needs a bit of a nerf along with some other cars. But I reckon there's a few hardcore sweats out there that are gonna disagree with you. But you can't please everyone, can you?
No, I've recently got into the realm of testing out different cars, and
Yeah.
I actually built a Viper in S class that ran a 145 on the hustle, and I couldn't. Before I got like the PC and the Pro controller and all that, I could not control the Viper, and I think that's how you were with the R8 when you first started.
Exactly.
But now,
All right, bro. So Hudson has brought this up, so now we have to talk about it. I mean, everybody pretty much knows about Cornut and that whole situation. Cornut was outed for having underage sexual charges, basically, on his stuff. Like charges regarding like stuff like that, right? We're not gonna go too crazy in that because that's probably TOS. So we're not gonna go too crazy in that. But somebody somewhere outed Cornut for having those charges. It's a complicated story. Me personally, right? I just have a thing where I do not rock with people that do that sort of thing, regardless if it is regardless if it was on one occurrence, if it was multiple occurrences, all that sort of stuff. I do not rock with people like that simply because that's just not what I agree with, man. And as somebody who has a little sister, I would be insanely pissed if I think I'd probably go to jail for murder if I found out that somebody had touched my sister. So I cannot rock with that. I just think I think the community needs to do a better job at holding people accountable for things when they are taken out from the video game. I think that these sort of things need to be taken care of in the community a lot better. When people do things that show who they truly are, they need to be outed from the community. It doesn't matter if somebody has minor charges, right? Minor, either doing stuff with minors or whatever charges, if they're racist, if they're homophobic, if they're showing you who they are. It doesn't matter what they're known for, bro. It doesn't matter if they have world records. It doesn't matter if they're known for builds. It doesn't matter if they're good at the game, if they're funny, all that sort of stuff. Those are cancer, bro. Those are people who are cancer. Those are people that will bring down a community. If we want a community that shows care, shows respect, and shows love to every single person that's in there, I think that every single person that has those tendencies needs to go. They need to go. They cannot be in races. They cannot be in tournaments. They cannot be in car shows. They cannot be in magazines. They cannot have interviews. None of that stuff, bro. None of that stuff. Because the crazy part is, right? The crazy part is me being in other communities that have a lot of people. If that stuff was in any other community, then people would have been gone. Those people would have been gone, bro. But the thing about it is because this community is so small, everybody, or not everybody, I won't say everybody, people feel the need to be able to just sweep things under the rug. Or people just want to move past things, right? But a lot of that stuff, I just think that they should not be involved in the community anymore. I just don't think that's right. Fom said, this was mostly during call. Yes, he confirmed that he has a criminal record with that charge, but his case shouldn't completely proceed due to lack of evidence and because Alex said himself that his stepdaughter lied about it to her friends and called the cops on her. I mean, bro, I wasn't there. He said, she said. He said she lied. She said he did it. So, I mean, I wasn't there, so I cannot confidently say that this happened or this did not happen. However, what I will say is there had to have been something for that to even be a thing, right? There had to be a reason why, if that makes sense. There has to be a reason why that even sparked. So I wasn't there. I can't say that he did or did not do it. But based off of the stuff that has been provided, based off of the charges, based off of the thing, like all the stuff that is on his record, I just choose to not be involved in that situation. I just choose to not be involved in that situation. And what I think should have happened, I think that until everything is settled, just take a step back. A lot people do that in real life. Whenever a serious charge like that happens, just take a step back. Take a step back, and then hey, boom. Things proceed, and if you're guilty, you're guilty. If you're innocent, cool. Come back. You're good. So nah, that's not necessarily true, Prodigy. People get out of jail like 20, 30 years later, and it turns out they didn't even do something. So, I mean, there are charges and all that sort of stuff. Even if the charge is still up, man, it's just one of those situations where you have to let the law do what the law does. Like, you have to let the lawyers and the jury and all them just do what they do. We play Need for Speed Unbound.